Hey, Donnell.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Back-to-back weeks with an interception. I don't know if Coach Spavital's talked about moving you into the secondary in the future, but my question kind of surrounds that. Is that something that you worked on in camp in terms of, or in practice, about keeping your hands ready and being in the right spot? Have any DBs given you tips on just how to play the ball when you see it coming your way like that?
Especially when I first got here, yeah. Some of the DBs, they would pull me to the side, especially because now, like, I was actually the defensive lineman, but like come here, I moved to a whole new position, linebacker. So just trying to like just figure it back out and just try to play it the best of my ability. Only because it's not like a different skill set that I need. It's only just about just like showing like my athleticism like in space compared to like just being like on the edge. So it's still good,
Hey, Donnell. Obviously, I know you got a chance to kind of start working with the team kind of this summer and whatnot. So just kind of, going from, summer workouts and then fall camp into the season, where do you kind of maybe feel like you kind of took those strides, and how do you maybe feel like it's kind of clicking for you on the field?
I say the strides that I took just from like a playbook standpoint, because like the athletic standpoint and like just the on the field, like techniques and things like that, like that always comes because like just playing football, it always like everything's just the same, but it's like the destination is just a little bit different. So like just like really like getting in my playbook and actually like figuring out like the little details and techniques that the coaches need me to do. That was the biggest challenge for me, just like so I could play fast and just play like without thinking. So I think that part I really
nice. And then just kind of building off that, I know obviously Calvin White's another guy, kind of outside backer as well. But just from the existing guys that returned, any of them that you maybe kind of leaned on or you were able to kind of work with, or maybe just ask questions to kind of help with that process?
Yeah, I think they all we all helped each other work together, and I know like I always ask like different people questions, coaches questions, just to make sure like I'm doing it right, because I hate doing stuff wrong. So I mean, we all leaned on each other and worked together, and we all just trying to just do something so we can get to a better outcome. Yeah.
You said you made a position switch when you got here.
Mm-hmm.
What was the difference between what you were doing before and what you're doing now?
So basically, like I was playing a 4-eye down to a 0 at St. Francis, and then now I'm mostly just outside or in space. Like I'll only be in space like when they call like certain packages and stuff on me, but like here I'm always in space. So that's the big difference. But other than that, it's not too bad.
What's the adjustment been like for you?
It's been well. It's been good. Because I knew I've always been like athletic, so it's finally good to get a chance to actually show my athleticism. So I'm happy about it.
And then overall, how do you feel like the team's pass rush has kind of come together?
We can still work on a few things, just like work on just rushing as a team. Because for me, I know I always can fall out the slump a little bit as far as that goes. But other than that, we can just rush better as a team and just keep perfecting our craft as far as like moves and different like tactics that we can use to get around linemen and stuff like that. So yeah.
Donnell, Michigan State has a new quarterback this year, even though he was on the team last year. Spartans have always been a tough test for Maryland since they joined the Big Ten. What do you see what they do on offense? What concerns you guys as a defense?
I say all the shifts that they do a lot of shifts. They like to run to the boundary a lot. It's a lot that they can do for us if we're not prepared. So I think this week is really important as far as like just starting out in the Big Ten fast, and then just keep carrying our momentum like game by game, but just worried about like the game that we got like right now, and then just figuring out everything out on the way.
I guess because I know you're new, how do you feel about going like on your first road trip with
Feel
the
good.
team?
Well, we used to love traveling like when I was at St. Francis, so it's nice to go to like just different environments, different states. I remember we played Eastern Michigan, but now playing Michigan State, that's crazy, right? But yeah, it's fun. It's fun traveling now.
Is there something you're looking forward to about playing Michigan State or any of the other road games you guys have?
Honestly, it's really just the same thing for me, but it's just a different team and like a different level. So like just playing at like this level is just a different experience for me. So I'm enjoying it right now. Like I'm not trying to take it for granted or anything like that, but everything's just starting to get easier, get slower for me. So I'm rocking with it.
Brandon. You touched on it a little bit there at the end, but you mentioned this being a really big transition for you going to the Big Ten, playing teams like Michigan State. You'll play Ohio State, teams like that. How has it been seeing, the big networks come out and you getting all this exposure?
It's crazy. I mean, because it's just crazy. I'm really speechless on that part, but it's different. and say I like it because just getting that different the different exposure and stuff like that. And I knew I was doing good things at St. Francis, and now if I continue the path, I can keep doing more good things. So I'm happy, but I'm not gonna be content with it. I'm not gonna be complacent. Just keep going. That's it.
And going into conference play, what have the guys kind of told you about getting ready for conference? How everything's just elevated a little bit more?
I just know always after that non-conference schedule, it's always a clean slate and everything. It's oh yeah, new start of the season, so it's just basically just resetting our cards and just getting ready to pull a new deck out. Just keep finishing and keep finding new ways to get better throughout the year. Because I know throughout that mid-season, stuff's gonna start get a little slow and everybody gonna be banged up, but. This is the time where you always got to gut through, and everybody doesn't gut through, and those are the people that normally sit back in November and December. So you want to be able to play in December. That's the goal.
I wanted to ask you, what is it like playing with Tariq Steel, and how comforting is it knowing that he's back there in the defensive backfield for you guys?
It was good playing with Heat. I mean, I just met him, let's say in May, something like that. But it's different playing with different players that carry different skill sets and different mentalities. So it's nice playing with a player like Heat.